ensure that in the review process, these priority issues are not neglected. We do not want a law that only protects interests of political parties or politicians. What we have seen is that these politicians mortgage our future by demanding or making reforms that only favors their interest. What we are demanding today is that in the reform process, the priority issues of citizens are taken into consideration, because if the law is not citizens responsive, then it is not a law for Nigerians. And we want to ensure that this process truly produces a law that meets the needs of the citizens and fundamentally guarantees credible, free, fair and acceptable elections. We can no longer sleep on our rights. And in year's 2018 process, it failed. This time around, we are not going to wait till next year. We are going to keep hitting until we have our law this year before the Anambra election.
People that feels the most the pinch of this lack of inclusion are persons with disability, the community that I belong. And we are saying that elections will not only be free, fair, and credible, but must be inclusive. Inclusive of women, inclusive of youths, inclusive of persons with disability. And the time to carry out this action is now. The time is always right to do what is right. And we are saying to the National Assembly, please pass this bill, but don't pass this bill without ensuring that it is inclusive enough to become a bill that we will be proud of as Nigerians.
Is for me a leadership conspiracy to ensure that Nigerians don't have the kind of electoral act that they require to run a credible, fair, acceptable election. And so we need to continue to put the pressure in spite of whatever is going on to ensure that those who have the duty to present to Nigerians an electoral act that is worthy of a credible election do their job. And I think that is clear. We are not going to be taken aback by the challenges that we face. We will not outsource it. We will do what is required to make sure that those who have the duty to perform their responsibility do so in good time, because the challenge has been in good time, and that is why we started yesterday. If you say we have done this more than 10 times, repetition is the law of lasting impression. We will continue to put it in the front burner, and it is not the duty of civil society alone. That is why we are calling on Nigerians as well to raise their voice, because an enabling law, a good enabling law, is the starter for credible, fair and acceptable elections.